Rashawn Jenkins returning it the other way. Jenkins to the 20, the 10. Rashawn Jenkins.
At home.
Hello, everybody. Glad to have you with us this afternoon. I'm Grant Fluff for Flusher Sports Zone. Free agency reactions, at least the first hour and a half of it anyways. But we got a special guest, a man who requested this video, someone who says, well, Grant, you can't not do anything for free agency. Ladies and gentlemen, Kyle's joining us today.
How are we doing?
Oh, doing good, Kyle. How are you?
Doing well.
Well, doing well. I know, obviously, we're hoping that the Jaguars and Seahawks do something today, hopefully. Lord knows. But we already got the free agent tracker ready to go. Oh, I know, on a Google Doc. How original. So we're already keeping tracks of all the signings that happened today. The big one, obviously, that pretty much broke at around midnight last night. Russell Wilson signing with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Kyle, what do you think that Russ is going to do in Pittsburgh, and what does the future for Kenny Pickett look like?
Yeah, exactly. So we look at the deal here, and the Broncos will owe him $38 million due to his large contract, and the Steelers only owe him $1.2 million. Okay, let's look at last year's stats. So last year's stats, we know Kenny Pickett, he only had 13 touchdowns to go with the Steelers. And then we double that number, and we get 26 touchdowns with Russell Wilson. So we got an established veteran presence on the Steelers. That's what they need. And he's very affordable. So if he doesn't perform well, you have plenty of backup quarterbacks to put in.
Plenty of backup quarterbacks to go in.
I think he'll do well. And it's really a low risk, high reward outcome right here because of how much you're paying him. Really
I absolutely agree. 1.2 mil. Denver is eating up a lot of that salary cap for the next, I think, 2 to 3 seasons. So really, Russ got it made. He could just sign a cheap deal elsewhere. That's the risk with paying these players to long-term deals. Even if you get rid of them, you're still going to have to pay them. And because that's how the salary cap works. Other big signings that happened today, the Jaguars have found their offensive lineman. Mitch Morris will now be the new center of Duval County on a 2-year, $10 million contract. I love this because Luke Foyer is not great at all. I had a feeling when Brandon Sheriff structured his contract yesterday, it wasn't for Mac Jones. I knew when he was restructuring his contract, the Jaguars had a plan to get somebody for the offense, and that somebody's Mitch Morris, and I don't hate that at all. The center was pretty much the one position on the offensive line the Jaguars desperately needed to improve. And getting a veteran like Morris isn't terrible for a young team and a young locker room.
Yeah. Still waiting here for the first couple signings.
So just announced that Lane Dickerson, who just signed a 4-year deal with the Eagles about an hour ago, he will make up to $87 million. That is what the contract's looking like right now.
Wow.
So we're up to $87 million. Of course, we will be posting on Floodster Sports Zone as well throughout this. So I'm looking down at my phone or whatever. We have Instagram up. We have Twitter up. Still haven't really gotten any major news. Yeah, still nothing. So I guess at the moment, we can talk about a couple of wide receivers who have been in the news. The Colts, who used their franchise tag on Michael Pittman, they do re-sign him to a 3-year, $71.5 million deal. This was the first franchise tag the Colts used since 2013 when they used it on Pat McAfee, but they do take advantage of the franchise tag, and they're able to work a deal done before the deadline today.
Yeah, we also got the Michael Pittman.
Yep.
With the Michael Pittman deal, I think it's very good. So we got Anthony Richardson's going to be coming back from injury here next year, right? Mm-hmm. So they're going to need Pittman to keep improving, keep playing the way he's playing, because there's a stream on my phone. There it is, right there. Yeah. So hopefully they can add a couple more pieces. We need Jonathan Taylor healthy too, right? They just need a lot of players more healthy because actually they were 9-8 this past year.
Mm.
So 9-8. With Gardner Minshew in at quarterback. So their backup quarterback did very good and led them to almost a playoff appearance. I mean, they had a winning record. Who would have thought that? So good job for the Colts. And you stay healthy next year, add a couple pieces here in free agency in the draft, and they could be a playoff team next year if they keep working hard.
And speaking of wide receivers on playoff caliber teams, T. Higgins announcing his trade request earlier this morning. It was kind of known that he was pretty upset that they couldn't get a deal done. And I guess his contract talks have remained silent after the franchise tag a few days ago. He wants to go elsewhere, and I can't really say I blame him. He is a wide receiver, too, who could very capably be a wide receiver one on about half the teams in this league. He doesn't want to be the shadow of Jamar Chase anymore. And if the Bengals lose both Higgins and Boyd, I mean, what type of hit is the offense going to take next year? Because I think it's going to be significantly worse if they lose both Higgins and Boyd.
So right now, Grant, we got a new deal in. It's just a re-signing to Mario Davis. He's got a new deal for 2 years, $17.25 million. So just
there we go. I'm going to be using my boy Pro Football Chase on Instagram. He's pretty quick, but I guess this one will have to go to Twitter. Mario Davis is an interesting one. Funny enough, I remember Oh, God, this is how long I've been posting on Instagram. I remember the first time he got his 4-year contract. I remember posting that.
Yeah,
And
so
now, of course, he re-signs with New Orleans, which is good.
Yeah, that's
Mario Davis. That's interesting.
We could talk about a couple of the other stuff that happened before today. So,
Oh, sure.
let's see. We obviously know the Mac Jones trade, as you're well aware. So
can I talk about that? I should probably talk about that, shouldn't I?
Yeah. Since you're a Jaguars fan, we can talk.
How the hell do I feel about Mac Jones joining my team? Quite terribly. I don't like it at all. I don't like it. CJ Beathard played so well, threw for 3 touchdowns, did what he needed to do, won his only start. Granted, it was against the worst team in the league, but he won his only start, the only game the Jaguars won since like the Bengals game onward. I don't get why you would replace CJ Beathard. There's no need. Like I said, Brandon Sheriff was restructuring his contract so they could bring in someone to help him out like Mitch Morris. You release Darius Williams, Rashawn Jenkins. You release all these very solid veteran players and you just acquire Mac Jones out of nowhere. The only reason why I think they did it is because, well, one, they had the best trade offer for him. I think numerous teams were giving New England a 7th. We gave him a 6th that we got from Juwan Taylor and him playing with the Chiefs. I think they only did it because he has 1 year left on his deal, even though he's worth over $1 million. Doesn't make much sense, but there's a year left on his contract. He's from Jacksonville, and I think this is a project Doug Peterson wants to work on. Yeah. I think, when I first heard the news yesterday, I was thinking, are they trying to bring in competition for Trevor Lawrence? Because if Mac Jones is competition for Trevor, I'm like, then something's wrong here. The Trevor must have really just digressed. But there's no way that happened. I think Doug Peterson just realized Mac wanted to get out of there. And honestly, if you're New England, you can't have 2 first-round picks in the same locker room. That could butt heads on top of Zappe playing very solid as a starter if need be. You kind of knew midway through last year Zappe was going to win that QB competition. So
you got another re-signing, Grant.
They got the best thing they could have got.
Brandon Allen has been re-signed to the 49ers.
Brandon Allen.
So back to option right there. QB3 for the Niners behind Sam Darnold and Brock Purdy.
Well, Darnold's a free agent.
He is a free agent? Okay. So
he's
could
a free agent. So right now, Allen's going to be the 2.
Yep, Brandon Allen, I guess, is 2 now. So.
And congratulations to Mr. and Mrs. Purdy. Again, they got married earlier in the week, or last week, I should say. Now that's Monday. Congrats on them. But Brandon Allen, I don't know. I remember when the Jaguars drafted him, and he was supposed to be competition for Bortles. Yeah, right. 6th-round pick. He wasn't doing anything.
Yeah.
Bounced around. He's been on the Rams. He's been on the Broncos. He was on the Niners. Played okay in the preseason. And he's getting re-signed. Sam Darnold's an interesting one, though, because there is rumors that he's going to be one of the last quarterbacks signed, I think. I don't see him going, like, super early. We still don't know if the Bears are going to trade Justin Fields yet. And there's still Flacco, Brissett, Minshew. There's still a lot of quarterbacks on the board, but Donald is probably 5th on that list, I would say.
You don't think the Niners will retain him?
You think the Niners are going to retain him? I
don't see Brandon Allen as a quarterback, too. Niners have dealt with quarterback injuries the past couple of years, and you cannot be reliable on Brandon Allen.
I just realized, I think if Mac got traded to the Niners, that would have made more sense.
Yeah.
I still don't know why we acquired him, but whatever.
Well, you look at Mac Jones, right? So he had 10 touchdowns and 12 interceptions last year. This guy, this will be his 3rd offensive coordinator in 3 years. So he was having, if you remember his first year back in 2021, he led the Patriots to a 10-7 record and a playoff appearance against the Bills and made the Pro Bowl. After that, he fell off, as we all know. But he's worked with different coordinators. He's struggling because he has bad accuracy. One of his big negatives is accuracy. But he is a young quarterback still, 1st-round pick from Bama. He plays great when he has weapons. That was shown at Alabama in 2020. But when he has no weapons on the Patriots, it's harder.
And the first big shocker of the day, DeAndre Swift going to the Chicago Bears.
I didn't get that.
Ooh, that one's interesting.
What do I have?
Oh, that is cool. DeAndre Swift.
That one, his post on. Wow, he was first to that one. I couldn't get that. Yep. What's the deal here? 3 years, $24 million. So
that's a good deal. That's a great deal.
So 8 years, $8 million a year.
That's a good deal. That's a really good deal for the Eagles. I mean, they got Swift for dirt cheap anyways. They got him for nothing in the draft, and then they then they go out and sign him. That's crazy. The Bears.
Yeah, so right now, the Eagles, after that move, him going to the Bears, they're looking to sign Saquon Barkley and Xavier McKinney, both former Giant players, are very close to signing with the Eagles here.
Barkley on the Eagles would be unfair, and then if they get Xavier McKinney, then it makes sense. You know, there's no need for them to have Kevin Byard, so it would have made sense to get rid of him as well. He, of course, also joining the Bears. It's interesting what the Bears are doing. I think they're taking. They know they're a young team, but they're trying to sign veterans. They have I think they have like over $70 million in salary cap, so they are gonna go out there and try to make a couple of big splashes, just like how they went out and signed guys like Terrell Edmonds last year, and they were just able to re-sign Johnson. So they're in a good spot right now, the Bears. Definitely the running back they need. They also got to make sure this is very enticing for Caleb Williams if they are going to draft him. They want to make sure he can, go to the team. Let's see what else we have here. I'm just kind of flipping between Schefter right now. Schefter, okay, there's the official deal. So 3 years, $24.5 million for Swift, $15 million guaranteed.
Really glad for him. He just has to stay healthy, right? He stayed healthy last year. So if he can stay healthy, it's a really good deal for him in the Bears.
Mm-hmm.
So now the Bears have been through 3 different running backs in 3 years, right?
Oh, yeah.
You're going to have David Montgomery. Then you had Khalil Herbert, right?
Yep.
And then you're going to have
Herbert, David Montgomery the year before, now Swift. Woo. Thank you for Sam and Harrison for tuning by. It looks like we're getting Sam in a few minutes here. I'll probably put him on around 12:30. Anyone who wants to, join in, make sure you let me know. I will be going on until about 1:15, 1:30. And, we'll just be reacting to the signing so far. But DeAndre Swift's pretty much the only big one we've had so far. Brandon Allen, I know, breaking news, right? But Swift's a big one. Swift is a big one. What else we got here, Dave? I feel like this has been kind of a slow start.
Yeah, usually it was quicker last year. If you remember, Atlanta had a couple of first signings with James Smith.
And the year before, what was it, 2022? My God, like all the big free agents were gone in the first 2 hours. We're still waiting for Barkley. We're still waiting for Kirk Cousins, Christian Wilkins, and some other big names.
Looks like Bills are moving on from offensive tackle Deion Dawkins.
Really?
They're going to be releasing him. Looks like just came in right now.
And you see, now the news begins to pick up. Deion Dawkins, who I thought was safe after the Bills released a lot of their players. Yep, he just put on his Instagram story a second ago. Here it is. Wow.
It was good while. I just thought it was good while it lasted. That's all he posted.
Good while it lasted.
Really good tackle.
Oh, boy. That's crazy.
Wow.
Saquon, Philly. Okay, Jason. Slow your damn roll.
Yeah, let's wait. And remember, guys, everything will not be official until Wednesday afternoon.
It won't be official until Wednesday, but we
But it's-
decided to do the live reaction today since this is
Yep,
when
because
most
everything
of
can
us
start
found
now
out.
during the legal tampering period, which began at 12 p.m. But nothing's official till Wednesday. Usually all the signings are correct. There could be one or two that are to the wrong team or something, or take back a signing, but usually most of the time it's about 99% correct in these signings.
Yeah, now they're for sure. Boa Showa, Deion Dawkins. Wow, I thought he was saved because they get rid of Tre'Davious White, Jordan Poyer. I'm pretty sure Micah Hyde's also a free agent.
Yep, they released Micah Hyde too.
Oh my god! And you're still shedding? You should have more than enough salary cap now.
I know, it's really interesting. I haven't taken a look at the Bills' salary, but yeah, they've been getting rid of a lot. So I don't know if it's to save a lot of room or is it to just to get over the cap number if they're in the negative. I'm not too sure.
Of course, this isn't like the NHL where if you're like the Bruins after the trade deadline, you're over the cap. You can just throw a player on long-term injured reserve and you don't have to deal with the consequences. For this one, even if you demote a player down to the practice squad, you still got to pay him that salary. So, What do we think? Jason's thinking Eagles versus Texans. Is that like your Super Bowl prediction, Jason? I don't know if Houston's going to make it there yet, but I think Houston's still going to win the division. I don't think Vegas, exactly, Sam. I don't think I don't see how Houston doesn't win the division. I still think Jacksonville can make it as a wild card team, but I don't see how we don't make it as a division winner because Houston is really good. They're going to get Tank Bell back at full strength. You're giving C.J. Stroud another year with this coaching staff. He's going to do incredible. So
I got a question for you, Grant. Where do we see Derrick Henry landing this year in free agency?
Derrick Henry, Ravens.
Ravens?
I think he's going to the Ravens.
Because we're looking at who the Texans can get as a running back. The Texans need a really established veteran running back. I don't think Damian.
There's no way Derrick Henry would go to the Texans. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, they need someone now. More established.
Although I heard the Vikings are Devin Singletary is, to my knowledge, not returning to Houston, and I heard that the Vikings are going to be a front runner.
Yeah, they need a running back.
Yeah, they need a running back. Cam Akers, especially coming off the torn ACL. Just forget Alexander Madison ever existed. Just go for it. Oh, my God. Who's this Trevor Lawrence's burner? Oh, I'm not sharing my screen. Trevor's burner account says Saquon to the Jags. And I say, absolutely not. We don't need him.
And there goes Etienne's career.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry, Barkley. Stay long and far away from the Jags. Oh, my goodness.
Still in news. 20 minutes in. Haven't got much here.
Yeah, it's in. And really, DeAndre Swift's the only groundbreaker. I guess Saints fans are probably relieved that DeMario Davis is re-signing, but still nothing too out of this world. That was pretty predicted. Nothing from Rappaport or Schefter since the Swift signing. So, I guarantee you want to know what's funny, Kyle? I guarantee you the second we end it at around like 120, 130, that's when all the signings are going to happen.
Yeah.
Because of course, right? I mean, why wouldn't it?
Because this is definitely just slow compared to recent years. I've been checking, so we'll see. This is probably in the last 3 to 5 years. I'm going to be honest, the best free agent class I've ever seen.
Yeah, this one's loaded. This one's loaded.
Loaded class. A lot of players to different teams this year. So the NFL is going to look a lot different next year in 2024, 2025 season. So it's going to be interesting. That's why I'm really excited for this one because there's a lot of top names of guys you didn't think would be cut that were cut. So.
What do we think about, of course, this one happened last night, but what are we thinking about Kendrick Bourne re-signing to the Patriots?
Yeah, so 31 million or 33 million deal. I think it's good. He was one of the top receivers last year, but he suffered the injury, didn't he?
Yep, suffered torn ACL, I think. So that's
He
pretty
suffered a torn
risky,
ACL.
giving him a lot of money.
Yeah, but they are giving him a lot of money at him, but they need receivers like him. They're going to get part ways with Devontae Parker and stuff, but him and Demario Douglas should be, the top 2 receivers on the team next year, hopefully. And then plus a player in the draft.
By the way, Jason, this is a good thing. We ain't we ain't Eagles fans, so this is a good thing. Saquon to the Eagles, Higgins to the Texans. I don't know. Please continue to drop your predictions in the chat. That'd be awesome. We love to get the conversation going, but because unfortunately we got nothing here outside of DeAndre Swift. We have been quiet as a mouse. And I guess Deion Dawkins is pretty big.
No, this is weird now. Oh, Deion Dawkins fooled everyone on social media. He just signed an agreement on extension.
Oh, what a villain. What a villain.
That is crazy.
Oh
3 years, $60 million. I don't really like that. That's cruel. That's cruel. He posted on social media he was done. And now they reached an agreement on a 3 year, $60 million contract.
It didn't make an ounce of sense. It didn't make an ounce of sense whatsoever. You release Hyde, you release Porter, you release White, you release Morris, you release Nakeem Hines, and James Hardy, I believe. Like, oh my God. You have enough money to re-sign who is now your best offensive lineman. It didn't make an ounce of sense to me. He re-signs 3 years, $60 million.
$20 million a year for him.
4th highest paid tackle. I don't know if he should be that high or not, but Buffalo does get their offensive lineman that they've had since 2019, and they're going to continue to use them. Sam thinks the Patriots are signing a QB by Wednesday. Who? Who are we thinking?
Some options.
I think
Jacoby Brissett is a top option.
Brissett, yeah. I think Jacoby Brissett is
someone who's cheap, better an option. Because if you're going to draft someone instead of getting Marvin Harrison at pick 3 this year in the draft, just get someone like that. You can't get someone like Kirk Cousins because then that wouldn't be worth drafting someone right now, right, at pick 3. You could get Kirk Cousins and draft a receiver at 3. That would make more sense. But if you want a quarterback at 3, you got to get a lower-end quarterback in free agency.
I think if Belichick was still the coach of the Patriots, I think we'd be hearing a lot more Cousins to New England rumors. But I really don't think Gerard Mayo really cares for Cousins a whole lot. So
he's coming off the injury, age 35 season, so he still has left in his tank, but he is getting old there.
You're gonna be paying him a boatload. I'll be paying him a boatload. So, and for what, 2 to 3 years?
Yeah, probably 2 to 3 year deal if they get him.
Yeah,
they're looking like Kirk Cousins to Atlanta has been the high rumor. I don't believe it till I'll see it, but that's been the high rumor recently.
Yeah, I don't believe it either. Because personally, I think Minnesota is sticking with Cousins.
Well, we'll see. He said he'll test free agency, so we'll see.
And he should test free agency, but I think he's staying with Minnesota. There's no way he doesn't, because Minnesota was so bad without Cousins last year, and I'm going to be blunt. If they had Cousins, they would have made the playoffs.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I don't think they have a playoff caliber roster. I don't get why they wouldn't do this. And this is where you got to be careful when you scroll through social media. And you got to be careful for this stuff. Oh, yeah, the Lions are totally going to give Kirk Cousins $220 million. Wrong.
Oh, bye-bye, Goff.
Yeah, I know, right? Bye, Goff.
Wow, I can't believe Deion Dawkins did that troll.
Deion Dawkins is a menace. A menace, I
tell you.
That
was just like he is too top of a player to be cut like that. I mean, Jesus. And they got all the
Checking
NFL.
Ari for the first time, and even he hasn't posted anything since the Dawkins re-signing. So yeah, we are a half hour in, ladies and gents, and again, really outside of Deion Dawkins re-signing with Buffalo, which we expected, and DeAndre Swift, we haven't had a whole lot going on. So we have a hope. How's it going? What do you think Minnesota's going to do with Cousins? I know you're a Vikings fan. What do you think Minnesota's doing with Kirk? Because I think they're re-signing him because, again, they're a playoff caliber team with him, and there's no need to develop a quarterback just yet. You could probably wait it out until next year if you want to re-sign him to a 1 or 2 year deal. Run Kirk out of town or that. Fair enough. Fair enough. Vikings getting Bo Nix. I like that.
That's interesting. Get him
I like that.
third round.
I'm not high on JJ McCarthy at all. He'll be decent, but I look at him like a Kenny Pickett for some reason. I don't know. I think someone's going to draft JJ McCarthy high, and it's going to backfire horrifically. I don't get it. I think Bo Nix will be
That
solid.
national championship.
Yeah.
But they're going off of, they were really run-heavy offense, as we know. So that's why it's tough to see because he didn't have enough passing opportunities for Michigan.
Yeah, I know. And Blake Corum, too. Best running back in the country, and he ain't even going to be drafted until like midway through round 2.
Yeah, 2 or 3.
Crazy. Ooh, I mean, and he was by far and away the best running back in college football.
Yeah, you want to know a fun fact about Blake Corum? He actually had 27 reps at the combine, which is as much as one lineman had. So he's a running back that had the same amount as a lineman. So he was a really strong running back, and he'll be drafted probably anywhere 2nd and 3rd round. He had 2 great seasons. He did have an injury about a year ago, but he's the man right there. He's going to be one of the best running backs in this class, that's for sure.
Yo, Sam, text me your email. I'm forgetting it right now. Unless you want me to use your school one, but I wouldn't see why you want me to do that. I'm Bo Nix. I understand the hype around JJ McCarthy, right? I don't either. He's so like
third quarterback for you.
He's so average. I don't know. Oh boy! Armstead to the Eagles. That would be crazy. He'd also be mean as hell to the Niners to do that. All right. We'll get Sam on here in a second, too. He just sent me his email. That'll be fun. We have a Jags fan, a Seahawks fan, and a Patriots fan.
Yeah, diverse.
There we go. Very diverse.
Come on, we need some news here. Jeez, we only got like an hour left. Let's get something done.
I was originally going to go until about 3 today. Maybe I'll hop back on tomorrow for like another like hour or something if there's like breaking news going on. But I was given the opportunity to film a high school basketball game tonight at UMass Boston. So that's what we're going to do. Keegan hooking me up when, we'll have a good time. First time I'm ever going to UMass Boston's campus, so I'm super excited for that. Anyway, we have Sam joining us.
Hey!
The hockey guru joining us for some football.
Why not?
Why not? I don't know. Maybe if the Patriots do something, you'll be interested.
Imagine now they just signed someone just because Sam's on. That'd be fun.
Hey, I wouldn't be complaining.
They have reacquired Mac Jones in exchange for Nathan Rourke. Yay!
Nathan Rourke. We already have Nathan. Oh, wait. No.
Yeah, I know. Meaning we traded. Meaning you get Mac Jones back and we take Nathan Rourke back and it's like nothing ever happened.
How about no?
I know you're going to say how about no.
No to Patch to sign Carson Wentz.
Hell no.
No.
Hell no.
We didn't really get to see a chance of him to play really last year. Only like one game right for the Rams. But,
Oh yeah, Carson Wentz.
I mean,
He's
if he's
another
cheap
one that's
enough,
a
I
free
guess.
agent.
But
To be honest, he's probably going to end up re-signing with LA.
it's not a terrible option though. He's just
I don't
he
see
wouldn't be able to
why
do any
you
impact on
wouldn't. And Stafford has been injury prone the last couple of seasons.
yeah.
I mean, it makes sense for him to maybe reason. I don't know. There you go. Higgins trade prediction.
Hmm.
And he's gonna be a villain, but I'm gonna say Kansas City.
Wow.
Damn.
Oh, there
That
it goes.
would not
sucks.
be fun.
Three-peat right there.
Yep, I know it sucks, but I don't make up the rules. The Chiefs still have a lot
mean,
of salary cap.
Mahomes is
trade
throwing to
Higgins to the
nobodies.
Chiefs. You trade Higgins to the
still
Chiefs,
wants
just
to-
give him the ring already. Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
With that offense, good God.
I don't want it to be true, but I have a terrible feeling it might be. And I know this is football only, but Sam, you'd get a kick out of this since I just got an update about a Maple Leafs jersey combo. They're bringing back the Toronto St. Pats.
Oh, God.
Why? And those look horrible. Why? I have no
Yes.
idea. But
Indeed. Those are terrible.
I agree completely. Good Lord.
Toronto St. Pat's. Give me a break.
Good Lord.
Oh, Deion Dawkins tweeted, "Y'all are crazy. Why would I ever leave Buffalo? I'm never leaving."
I know.
Oh my God, I'm having a brain aneurysm reading this. I'm never leaving, guy. I'm Buffalo for life.
You say Buffalo for life until they eventually trade you.
Yeah, and then you have enough. He's lucky.
And then you have no say unless you have a no trade clause.
Yeah, you just better hope he doesn't fall off. Here.
What is he, Omar? Anyway.
Yeah, there you go.
Where should Snead go? So if they offer a trade here for Jarius Snead,
I think, honestly, call me nuts, but a Snead for Higgins 1-for-1 trade, it works perfectly. Chiefs get their wide receiver 1, Bengals get their corner.
So Christian Wilkins, his market is really hot. He's got 4 teams at least involved. The Browns, the Vikings, the Niners, and the Texans are all in on Christian Wilkins.
I knew that the Browns were going to be after him.
I thought the Patriots would be
knew
interested.
it.
To be honest.
I know. I kind of figured that too.
He was supposed. I thought he'd be a good fit. Defensive tackle, join him with Barmore. Wow, that would have been.
All-pro safety Eddie Jackson has drawn interest from over half of the NFL.
Casey Jackson?
Eddie Jackson.
Guys, I think we found Jason's burner account. Happy free agency. My wish list order goes McKinney, Queen, Snead, and Barkley.
Oh my God.
Jason, is this you? I think we found your Twitter, bro.
My God.
The Pats want Danielle Hunter. I want Danielle Hunter. But we need to focus on re-signing Josh Allen before anything else. So
Yeah, he's good.
I want Darnell Hunter because he was rumored to come here last season, but he did not. And then it would be the ultimate troll if he went to the Bears. You never know.
I sit around playing the waiting game here.
Yeah.
This is so unusual, Sam. This is just like we were in science class last year, me and Sam, and my phone was blowing up. Yep, I was in science class last year.
Oh, yeah.
During the tampering period, my phone was blowing up.
A lot of things happened in that science class, especially when I saw Jonnu Smith got traded to the Falcons for like a 6th or a 7th round pick. I literally saw it, my eye rolled. I literally have never rolled my eyes even more than that.
Now you get to play against him twice a year. Yay.
He gets to be
watch.
Now.
Knowing my luck, guys, he's going to get 2 touchdowns against us each game. It's just how it works.
It is how it works.
It's just how it works, and it sucks, man.
It is how that worked.
Ooh, come on, give us something. I'll take even a re-signing at this point. I mean,
Right.
geez.
No, my God. I mean, this has been slow. Like I said, maybe I shouldn't have gone on the first hour, but again, I
No,
wasn't going to
usually
have
this
any of
would
the
have been
time
a good
today,
idea.
so I wasn't going to have time to film any of the time. So again, maybe if there's a lot of free agents available, I'll hop back on tomorrow, us three, and we could talk about
Yeah, it's
maybe
gonna blow up as soon as you.
transactions, because I have a feeling that around when did it start exploding last year? I mean, it was right away it started, but there was a lot of major signings around 3 or 4 in the afternoon. That was the first Rodgers went to the Jets.
Who the hell is Brandon Allen?
He's a backup quarterback who used to play for the Jaguars. So he's continuing to stay on the Niners. He's a
Who
bum.
the hell is Brandon Allen?
Is he
That'll
the
be our
third stringer?
2016 6th-round pick, by the way.
Is he the third round? Is he the third stringer?
Well, now he's second as of now, but yes, he will be a third
Yeah,
stringer most likely.
Niners.
Okay.
Yeah, that happened earlier. Is re-signing with the Niners.
Who the hell is Brandon Allen? That's funny. Because honestly, unless you're like me or Kyle who know practice squad players, you don't know who the hell he is. So
Oh, we have one. The Vikings are signing Texans star edge Jonathan Greenard.
Yes.
Ooh, that's a good one. And you know what? That is proof that Darnell Hunter is not coming back. They got a much younger player for probably maybe a little bit more expensive, but they could keep him longer.
Yeah, he's
That's
coming off a 12 sack campaign. So
And that was Rappaport. So
he's coming off, 36 solo tackles, 12 and a half sacks, and 1 forced fumble. So he had a really good year last year. And the Vikings getting him is going to bolster their defensive line. Very good. Very good for the Vikings.
the Patriots are heavily pursuing for Calvin Ridley. Oh boy. Hey, it's a fair trade, Grant.
Yeah, sure it is.
What was the trade?
No, the fair trade was you take Mac Jones, we'll take Calvin Ridley.
That is horrible. Absolutely horrible.
That's a nice second big.
I mean, but Calvin Ridley, he deserves to get paid somewhere. So we don't have the money for him. So if you want him, you can have him. I've given up with our management at the moment.
I wonder what the number is. We're still waiting on the number for Jonathan Greenard's deal.
In the years.
Yeah, the number in the years. Yeah. Wow, good player.
Very good player.
He's just prime right now.
See if we get the news.
26 years old. Wow. Yeah, that was his breakout year. So.
And he broke out this year. He was very solid the past couple of seasons, but it was this year where he really broke out and became that solid player. So he gets a nice payday from Philadelphia. Can't really complain there.
Still finding stuff here. Nothing else has happened here.
That's a good sign, though. So that's their second big non-resign. Oh, Tony Pollard is signing with the Titans. Breaking news right in now.
Woo! That one's interesting too. Tony Pollard.
Wait, I'm not seeing that anywhere.
Yep, Ari and Dov. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, there it is.
Here they come. Now they're pouring in.
See, I was good luck. I start joining, and here come all the signings. See,
Here they go. They
Good.
finally woke up. So that is confirming Derrick Henry is not coming back.
That's
no, he's signing with the Texans. What?
What?
Where'd you see the Titans?
Yeah. It's Titans.
Oh, Jordan Schultz. He's either onto something or he made a mistake. It is the Titan. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you right now because I go on Twitter. Jordan Schultz says he plans to sign with the Texans.
Wait, what did he say? It was an awful take that I did.
But then right there, JPA Football says Titans, and I'm going to go with
let me know what you think's an awful take.
I'm going to go with JPA on that one.
Yeah, JPA just said the Titans are signing. Oh, that would have been funny.
Oh, wow. Tony Pollard going to the Titans. And the Eagles signed destroying. Not yet,
Oh,
Jason.
my God. Isn't he going to the XFL?
Yeah, you got to wait and watch some what is it? The San Antonio Brahmas on March 30th.
The UFL? Is that what it is?
Yep. Don't worry, Sam. I'll be having it on.
Don't worry. Thanks.
Nah, I just want to see like Destroying's first game. I don't really care. Now that the New Jersey Generals are no longer a team.
Well,
no need to care.
Hi, Jared.
So, Jared, thanks for tuning in. Thanks, Fish Stick, for tuning in as well. The Eagles signed Destroying. You make it sound like Jake Elliott is this terrible kicker.
Right.
And,
exactly.
The kickers on the screen are Brandon McManus, Jason Myers, and Chad Ryland. So I think we know a thing or two about inconsistent kicking in compared to Jake Elliott. So
Chad Ryland, that dude couldn't make a kick if his life depended on it.
No, he can't.
Unless he was trying to win in a tank year. Then that would – because that when he made that kick, it screwed up everything. He should have been the number 2 pick. Crying out loud.
Oh, yeah. They beat the Broncos on Christmas.
Oh, he's asking where's Ridley going.
I mean, Patriots have been the top rumor. I wouldn't be shocked if he goes elsewhere, though. I'm going to go with – all right, I'll go 2 options here. I'll go Patriots and I'll go Bears. The Bears might want to spend some money.
All righty, so that's a good move there for the Titans. So Derrick Henry now.
Delusional Cowboys fans. Now that the Titans have signed Pollard, this means Henry's got to be a Cowboy, right?
Ooh, the numbers are just in now. So for Jonathan Greenard, 4-year, $76 million deal. Adam Schefter. So if you want to put that in. 4 years, $76 million, $42 million guaranteed. Wow, that's a big contract.
It's a big contract, but it's worth it, though.
Well worth it for a guy in his prime right now. Really like that signing there. Minnesota.
And then you see, we have a couple of big signings, and then it goes back to being quiet. This has been a weird free agency so far. How's it going, Dylan? Thanks for tuning in. Yes.
These are all my players that are joining in here.
2-year deal with the Jets. What's up, Kyle?
These are all my players that are joining in. So.
Oh, nice. Glad everyone could tune in this lovely Monday afternoon. I tell you, if I wasn't on spring break right now, we'd all 3 be in the same room reacting to this stuff. But unfortunately, well, we can still do it virtually. No worries.
Sam would be in class.
Sam would be in class.
Actually, no, I wouldn't. I take that back. No, I wouldn't.
I wouldn't be. I'd be done for the day by this point.
Yeah, I'd be free till 2.
Yeah, I'd have a 2. I'd have a 2 o'clock today.
Yeah, it's nice being home and doing it on stream like this. So.
Being at 2 o'clock, I don't know how long you're staying on, but I got a dentist appointment at 2.
I have a dentist appointment on Wednesday. That's hysterical. Now I'm heading off at probably around 1:20, 1:30.
Okay, good.
I got to meet up with Keegan at 2. Getting paid to do some more camera work tonight with the boys. So.
Oh, nice.
He's hooking me up. So at least I could do is
Pollard here. Waiting on the numbers for Tony Pollard, so you can put that in. I don't have anything yet. Probably going to be pretty cheap since he's a running back in the markets. It doesn't say if it's a multi-year deal. I'm assuming it is.
I'm assuming it's probably like 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's 2 to 3 years. But so him and Tajay Spears. Oh, yep, they're giving him a 3-year deal, $24 million. Just in right now, Grant, if you want to add that. So another $8 million a year for Titans running back.
Pretty much the same deal as Swift, right?
Correct. Very interesting market there. Swift and Pollard getting the same deal.
There we go. But I do like this little pausing in the middle between signings because now I have time, react to it on stream, go down to my phone, post it, go back up, fix it on the free agency tracker chart I made. What'd you say? 24 mil it was for Pollard?
Yep, 24 million, 3 years. So that's a good contract. He's still young, so you're going to give him a multi-year deal to him, right? Because you got a guy who's still young. He came off a pretty decent year. He had his ups and downs last year. It was his first year as a full-time starter for the Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott left.
That 2022 season was crazy good.
Yeah, his year 2 years ago was pretty good too. He had split carries, but now he finds a new home. So let's see who goes to the Cowboys now. They're looking for a running back, right?
I'm so happy. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy with this because the Jaguars could avoid this because obviously we drafted ETN in 2021. So I'm happy with this. Jacksonville does not need to worry about a running back. And honestly, we're going to pick up ETN's 5th-year option and then hopefully we re-sign to a long-term deal. But I also have the same thing to say about Josh Allen, and he has not been signed to a long-term deal yet, so I don't know what to expect.
Oh my God, it is windy outside. Sorry, random. We're completely random. The wind is really picking up where I am.
Yes.
Oh, really?
I don't know what's going on. It feels like I'm in a twister outside.
Yeah, so we have the comment. Greg the Leg re-sign. Yep, that was a good signing. Re-signing for the Jets. Greg Zerline.
Is that legit? No, it's not.
The funniest highlight.
I read a report saying that your Josh Allen was leaving the Jaguars.
Oh, Jesus.
He's already tagged.
Yeah, we can still trade him. Look at T. Higgins. He got franchise tagged. And
really, though? You're not getting rid of him. I guarantee you're not getting rid of Josh Allen.
Well, if he holds out, it's going to be a Jalen Ramsey situation all over again if he holds out. He
wants to stay there. He wants to stay there. He does. Alrighty, come on, give us some more news here. Hello, Kyle. Yes, hello.
Wow, Tony Pollard. That's interesting. And he's a great dual threat guy. He is a great return man. He can do special teams duties. He can catch. He can run. And he's very elusive. He's a good all-around complete player for the Titans. And I think, Tajay Spears, he broke out into his zone this year as well. There's no need to constantly run the ball with Tony Pollard. You can split carries, and I think your offense would work just fine.
Alrighty, for chat here, name your favorite team in chat and 2 players in free agency you want to get so we can get everyone involved.
Yes, Kyle, good job. Think about ways we can
wait.
The chat.
Before that, we got Packers releasing David Bakhtiari after 11 seasons. The team announced Ari Meyer of source.
Yeah, that was expected.
But that's not as big news.
They released Devondre Campbell yesterday as well, so Green Bay is certainly thinking
and Tom
about
Plostro for your sources. And Zonian has him going in the Jets. Yes, he could go there. I don't know if Dwayne Brown's a free agent, but he would go in right there at left tackle if he is for the Jets.
David Bakhtiari, that would be such a good signing for the Jets, I feel. But the issue is he's an all-pro player when healthy, but he suffered quite a few long-term injuries.
Yes, he
did. He just tweeted, David Bakhtiari just tweeted this heartfelt thanks to the Packers organization. That's how long it is.
Yeah, he's not trolling us this time.
No Deion Dawkins here. There's no...
Because he actually was there for 11 years, so that's why it's a big news. I mean, he was a franchise guy. He's a Hall of Famer. I still think he has a potential to be a Hall of Famer. He had his injuries, but his longevity of his career, it can make him close.
Yep. For sure.
Let's go to the Giants. Let's see. Yeah, that's the only news right now. All sources are put in
David.
Well, not even all the sources. He tweeted it himself.
No, I know. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Hopefully, in the next 30 minutes, we can at least get 2 to 3 more signings. I'm hoping some big name players because there's still so many. I mean, maybe it'll be a time where Wednesday, when it officially opens, then there's going to be a lot more. I mean, I'm not used to that, but it could be this year that people are waiting longer to get deals done.
I mean, you got to expect that the running backs and safeties, especially, they're going to want to wait because I don't think they know what the market is.
Yeah, exactly. So some positions going to wait.
How does someone like Jordan Poyer or Justin Simmons get released? It doesn't make sense. Way too good caliber of players to.
Oh, fellow Patriots fans, everybody needs to stop overreacting. 48 minutes in, or 53 minutes in now, and I'm ready to call the Patriots offseason a bust. Nothing's happened.
Nothing has happened. Nothing. The Patriots were not signing Tony Pollard. The Patriots might go after David Bakhtiari now, though. You never know.
Yeah, he doesn't have much left in the tank, but he still could get you probably a good 2 years.
A veteran tackle.
He just won't stay healthy. The problem is he's going to be expensive. If you could pay him cheap, but he's going to be expensive for being an injury-prone player. It's tough pick there. That's the only reason why it might be interesting to see where he signs, because it's worth it if he stays healthy. But he's been injured like every year. Every year you can check on him, and he's injured. So.
And it's now confirmed that Daniel Hunter will not return to the Vikings. Confirmed.
Yeah,
well, they have no money left.
Yeah, because they have no money left. But I mean, Greenard's such a good signing for them.
Yeah, I mean, you're getting the younger player.
Hopes for him. He's going to be awesome.
Alrighty, he says C.J. Gardner-Johnson to come back in the Lions. I mean, yeah, he's coming off an injury, right? So it'll be interesting.
I know this is hockey related, but NHL PR is scaring me. They just said that the Bruins have a chance to reclaim the lead in the President's Trophy race. Please don't win tonight.
No,
well, I know I want them to win. I'll take that back. But like,
nah, baby. I want the Panthers got the President's Trophy. That'd be awesome. And then they lose in the first round or first 2 rounds. That'd be awesome. Stick it to them.
And I would literally just tweet, "How's that feeling?" That's it.
Wow, Packers are saving a lot of money because he had a $40 million cap hit this year.
Getting rid of him, getting rid of Campbell.
Half of that, $20 million.
They got rid of someone else, didn't they? Yesterday, they released someone else.
I thought it was just Devondre.
I know they were thinking of also releasing Kayshawn Nixon, who would probably be the best special teams player on the market if they did that. I don't know why the Packers would release him, though.
But yeah, the Packers, they got all 1 or 2 year receivers, and they made it to the divisional. So that was pretty impressive for them this year and almost beat the Niners.
Packers might be trying to make room because like Romeo Doubs is great, Reed's good, but they might be trying to make a splash and get that wide receiver 1 like a Calvin Ridley. You never know. It wouldn't shock me if the Packers try to do something a little out of the ordinary. I also don't know if is Aaron Jones a free agent? I think he might be.
Could be. Is it him and A.J. Dillon? I don't know if they're both free agents or not. But.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Packers might be going after Xavier McKinney. Well, they definitely should. I know for a fact Darnell Savage hasn't been re-signed.
And with Jair Alexander? Ooh.
No, Jair Alexander's awesome.
He's got another year. Aaron Jones has another year in this deal.
He has another year? Okay.
There's a long snapper deal. I don't know if you care, but James Winchester has agreed to terms with the Chiefs.
Because, of course, the Chiefs signed their long snapper, yeah. Totally stress-free for that organization. First hour of free agency, they re-signed their long snapper. Big whoop.
Some news. So.
I posted a Trent Seagree signing once with the Raiders. He's their long snapper. I remember he signed like a 3-year deal with them back in like 2021, and I posted it for whatever reason.
Nothing else is really going on.
No. I mean, when we're talking about James Winchester getting re-signed.
Oh.
Yeah. Should we add him? Should we?
Yeah, that's a deal.
Sure, why not?
No. I before the E.
I before the E. Well, I have his name right here.
No, for Chiefs.
Oh, yeah. I have my Grammarly on anyway.
Oh.
So it'll correct all that stuff.
Yeah, I'm guessing a 1 year. I'm not sure. Doesn't matter. But still signing. And if it's a signing here, we should post it. So
Signing's a signing.
yeah, he's still a player in the NFL. At the end of the day.
The wind is howling outside. What is
I know.
happening?
I really hear it a lot too. So we got what, about 20 minutes left, Grant? 20, 30 minutes?
Yeah, about 20, 25 minutes.
Okay.
Then we're going to go wrap it up here by about 1:30. Again, wish I could stay on longer. But we might head back on tomorrow too, or later this week. Also, probably we'll be making just a Jaguars off-season video in the next coming days anyways. But I just want to see what they do first. Before we do that, good. This is good. I like it being slow too because it's like I could stream, I can post, I could flip around.
Well, you can also talk about each deal without it being in the next one.
You can talk each deal without being like, great sign by DeAndre Swift. Oh, and now Pollard's gone. Oh, and now Barkley's gone.
Yeah, if you're going to do a video like this, it's better to have a little gap. But still, maybe a little quicker gap, though.
Maybe a little quicker. Like, it'd be nice to like, talk about every signing for like a couple of minutes and then kind of like have a next one. But
come on, let's see. We can get one more splash in the next 20 minutes, I'm hoping. 1 o'clock on the button right now. 1 hour into stream. It's been good so far, so we can sum it up, Grant, right? The signings.
Absolutely. So since we have gone live, I guess 4 main ones we have gotten are these 4. The Bears have signed DeAndre Swift to a 3-year deal. He's going to be making about $24 million for the Bears over the next 3 years. After we thought Deion Dawkins was going to be released in another salary cap dump for the Bills, he re-signs 3 years, $60 million with Buffalo. The Vikings are confirming they are not bringing back Darnell Hunter. Jonathan Greenard coming over from the Texans to Minnesota, 4 years, $76 million. And Titans signing Tony Pollard to a 3-year, $24 million deal. That's what we got. I wish we had more, but unfortunately we do not.
So we got 5 so far. Hopefully we can get at least 6, 7. Probably maybe some smaller ones. I don't know if we get any more. We got 2 running backs off the board, so 2 starting level running backs. That's good.
Barkley's the one.
Barkley is the one, exactly.
All right. We do have an update on Calvin Ridley 45 minutes ago. Ridley now being a free agent. Jaguars, Patriots, Titans, and Panthers are the 4.
He would never go to the Panthers. Let's be.
You say that, but that's guaranteed wide receiver one time.
Well, it depends. Is he about the money? I know he's a gambler, but if he's about this right here, then he'll go to the Panthers. But if not, if he wants to actually win, then he won't go there.
And that is now the funniest moment of the stream so far.
Little
That
Johnny
was
Manziel
funny,
action.
Cal. Good job. Oh, you're doing the Manziel? Shout out to Texas A&M. There you go.
Yeah, good time. Alrighty.
I love how NFL Network, I have NFL Network on my television, and they're talking about the draft in the middle of free agency. I have a headache. I'm like, bro, come on. That's pretty bad. Exactly. It is. Oh, thankfully. Now they have Ian Rappaport reporting college in
About
Tennessee.
time, right?
Goodness, about time. Thanks for announcing it 20 minutes late, NFL. Signing happened literally 20 minutes ago in the button.
All right, come on. Let's go.
Kirk Cousins to the Falcons is heating up.
Kirk Cousins.
It's heating
Grant
up.
wants to retain that man in Minnesota, but we'll see.
Yes, I do. I'm sorry to you, the hope. I still love Kirk. He's not as bad as you say he is. I promise he isn't.
He's just coming off an injury, which is his only risk right now.
So there's something NFL going on. Pavel Zacha has been named the NHL second star of the week.
Just saw that. That's awesome. Good for Zacha.
5 goals, 2 assists in 4 games. That's pretty good.
Oh boy. Yep. Nothing confirmed. Nothing confirmed, but from what seems to be a very reliable source. Oh boy.
Well,
That's interesting.
We'll wait till we get one.
Oh boy.
Here we go.
Very.
You want a Bengals news here?
Sure.
Drew Sample has been re-signed.
Oh my
3-year
God,
extension.
dude! No one cares about Drew Sample.
3-year extension. I'm seeing it too.
It's still news, Grant. You got to post the news there.
Breaking news.
Yep.
He signed 2019 draft bust. Drew Sample is what I should say. There we go. We'll add him onto the list.
Cool. Here we go. It's one signing. I would like a little better, but
way better. Come on.
If we can get Kirk done by 1:30, I'll be happy. But
all right, so there it is. Though we just showed you the tweet. And it is from a pretty reliable source. He also reported Bakhtiari getting released and Pollard signing to the Titans. So I have faith in this report that Cousins to Atlanta is in fact heating up, as Sam mentioned a few minutes ago.
Well, let's talk about if that happens, theoretically, what would the deal look like? What do you guys think?
3 years, 120 mil.
I was just going to say the Falcons have money, so that would make sense.
Yeah, about 3 years, get him to his age 38 season. That would look pretty good.
3 years, about 120 to 150.
I mean, he's got great weapons. We look at Drake London. We look at Kyle Pitts. And who else do they have? They have another person.
Bijan Robinson.
Yeah, Bijan Robinson. So we got those 3 players to work with.
Very speedy receiver, and Scotty Miller. He's their deep threat guy.
And Van Jefferson, if they still have him.
Yep, Van Jefferson's still under contract. The Falcons have weapons. They have a decent offensive line, and they're still expected to build on that offense in the draft. So right now, Bob Cousins, the Falcons is a pretty appetizing spot. They won 7 games last year with that roster and coaching staff. We can, I think, assume Raheem Morris is going to do a much better job than Arthur Smith. So I'm for it.
Yeah, like the 120 million. It's a good deal if that happens. Probably be somewhere around there.
Here is a report from Rappaport as well regarding Cousins, and this is pretty interesting, saying the longer Cousins waits, the more often it seems he'll go elsewhere. And he also said if he was going to re-sign with Minnesota, he likely would have already done so.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. We're just waiting for the bombshell at this point. We've been quiet. We've been getting your long snappers and your Drew Samples. But
Getting your sample players.
I would like, at least, because, that's part of free agency. They're players too. But we're waiting for the one.
So they might not be the big name guys, but they're still people.
Exactly. They're what makes the league go around. But Giants do something in free agency impossible. Oh, cheer up, Lennon. You're only an hour in, buddy.
Yeah, but the poor Giants
so lost
salary. McKinnon and Saquon.
I'm telling you right now, though, you guys are not bringing back Barkley.
Or Xavier. Xavier McKinney.
Funny enough, the Giants should be prioritizing Xavier McKinney over Saquon, and
they need those players badly, man.
They need those players badly, or else the Giants. I don't even know. Then obviously they're going to have to rebuild next year, but
they're going to have Daniel Jones starting because of the cash.
That right there is already a bad sign. If you ain't having Taylor or DeVito start, you're not in a good spot to begin with.
Come on. I wish maybe when we're older, Grant will be, if he doesn't be a broadcaster, you'll be the Schefter. Let us all know. The news.
Oh, well, I mean, it's all in the sports media business. I wouldn't care. I'd be happy. I already have this is my 5th off season doing this.
Imagine knowing about everything.
Rodeo. I've been doing this. No, I've been covering every off season since 2020 on Floodsters. So, there you go. I've been doing this for a while.
The Vikings have re-signed David Quessenberry and Blake Brandel. Hey, I'm right here. I just read it on Twitter, okay?
I know. It's a circle. It's like I hear Vikings, then I hear they re-signed 2 of their average players, and I'm like, ugh.
I'm sorry.
You're doing your job reporting the news. I ain't disappointed at you. I'm disappointed with you.
2 teams is down to 2 teams for Saquon: Philadelphia and Houston.
Well, yeah, that's expected.
That don't shock me. The 49ers are now the front runners to get Darnell Hunter, by the way.
Oh, of course they are.
Sorry, Kyle. I don't make this up.
Everyone they want, they get. Well, anyways, they were losing Chase Young, so that's at least something.
Yeah, they're losing Chase Young and getting an upgrade. What's the big
No, I'm
deal?
saying they haven't got anyone yet. They've lost Chase Young and Eric Armstead, so it's been good so far against them.
There you go. And there's there's the Vikings transactions. David Queensberry's okay. Blake Brandel. That's a little. I don't know why Minnesota's bringing him back, but Queensberry's not terrible.
No, he's not.
There are rumors circulating that the Eagles are offering Saquon north of $12 million
a year. Wow.
Yes.
He's an Eagle. Sorry, Lennon. I don't want to break your heart. He's an Eagle.
Let's just wait. We know it's really gonna happen, but I mean that's pretty crazy here. That's $4 million more than Pollard and Swift. So he is that caliber, right? So for the past 2 years, Saquon has stayed healthy for most of the season. So he's trying to solidify himself. But before that, he was made of glass. I mean, he was hurt every two months. Oh, Brandon Jones, 3-year deal. Safety for the Broncos. Wow.
That's not a bad deal.
So Brandon Jones.
Houston was originally going to offer Saquon $11 million, but now the Eagles want to offer him 12. Interesting.
So you mentioned Cushenberry, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we got him and Brandon Jones for the Broncos. That's it.
Drew Sample on a 3-year contract, really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, there it is. The Titans are expected to sign Lloyd Cushenberry.
He's a good offensive lineman. I believe he was the Broncos center last year.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God.
I don't hate that move at all. He'd be a great acquisition for them. They didn't really have a center last year because they released Ben Jones and they haven't had a center since. This picture fills me with happiness though. Look at how acquiring Mitch Morris made this offensive line vastly improved. Oh my God, it looks so much better now. So much better with Mitch Morris. There isn't a weakness on that offensive line no more.
$20 million for Brandon Jones for 3 years. That's pretty good money. Remember, they're paying him over Justin Simmons. Very interesting. Obviously, a much cheaper option, but both safeties. So 3 years, $20 million with an upside of $22.5 million for Brandon Jones.
New Kenny Pickett jersey just dropped.
New Kenny Pickett jersey at LinkedIn. Oh no.
Poor guy. That's a little bit brutal.
Is what it is.
He can easily be the starter with only $1 million. They're only owing him $1 million. So if Russell does anything bad, they can literally just switch quarterbacks in a second. Lennon comments, Mac Jones is a future for the Jaguars.
Ha! Sorry.
Well,
I love the trolls. I love the trolls.
Do you want to know my reaction, Grant? I was telling Kyle this last night. You want to know my reaction when I saw the news?
What?
I'm waking up. I'm still like kind of half awake. And I look at my phone. I get the notification. Mac Jones traded to Jags. And I go, I just start laughing.
And I call Grant. As soon as that happens, I just call him.
The first thing
so I'm in the middle of eating brunch at like a family friend's like place. He owns the restaurant. And I'm just having a blast. I'm eating my French toast and my bacon, and then all of a sudden Harrison texts me, and then my phone just starts exploding. Next thing I know, I have like 20 notifications, and they're all Mac Jones to the Jaguars. How do you feel? And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, you can't be serious. Our front office is a joke. But then we acquire Mitch Morris, and we don't look like idiots. So I don't know. I don't know with this front office. I have no idea. Because some moves are bafflingly stupid, and then some moves are amazing. I don't get
you
it.
fire all your defensive coordinators and
keep all your offense coordinators, even though Press Taylor was clearly worse than my college.
Acquiring Mac Jones and firing your entire defensive staff, idiots. Signing Mitch Morris, not idiots.
Franchise tagging Josh Allen, also not idiots. Not getting into a long-term deal, they're idiots. You get where I'm going with this.
I'm really curious who Seattle's going to sign, because in the last week we went from about $5 million cap space to $50 million by releasing our players. So I'm curious what we're going to do. Our priority is probably to re-sign Leonard Williams, but I'm curious if we can get players like Patrick Queen and Geno Stone, as we have now the Ravens defensive coordinator, Mike McDonald, as their head coach. So I expect us to get some Ravens players. What do you think, Grant?
I absolutely agree that at least Leonard Williams should be the top option.
We got a signing here.
For the Seahawks, you trade a second-round pick for him, have him play half a season just to walk away. That would suck.
Dorrance Armstrong is going to the Commanders.
Yep. Cowboys player.
Defensive tackle.
Yep, he's a good player.
Interesting. As we know, the Commanders lost their defensive line last year at the trade deadline.
Jordan Schultz first on that.
Armstrong, 7.5 sacks last year. I don't hate it.
Oh. I didn't get that high. Oh, that's impressive. Take a look at it. 26 years old, so he's in his prime, 7.5 sacks, 8.5 the year before. He's close to finalizing a deal with them, so it's probably going to be a good deal in his prime. So look forward to that. Commanders trying to make something happen.
Yeah, that's a good
The
deal.
Commanders have a lot of money to spend, and their number one need, of course, after the
Hey, we
trade
have a
deadline
Jaguars.
last
We have a
year.
Jaguars signing, Grant.
Oh, we
The
do.
Jaguars have signed Gabe Davis to a 3-year deal.
Where's the
Are you
source?
serious?
Rappaport.
Yeah.
We got
I'm
Gabe
dead
Davis.
serious.
Gave Davis a 3-year
Oh
deal.
my God!
There goes
did.
Ridley. He's gone.
Whoa!
Absolutely.
So Ridley's gone, and I don't know how
Yeah.
I feel about that.
The
Gabe
3-year
Davis,
deal
remember
for
him?
Gabe Davis signing in Jacksonville.
He had a 4-touchdown game. Remember that in the playoffs? And it was against
Max
the Chiefs.
Jones
He had a
is
really
his
good
next
game.
target. I'm so sorry.
So 2 former AFC East players will head to Jacksonville.
Oh my God! So we're not bringing back Ridley.
No.
Oh, and the money hasn't been announced yet. Oh
Well,
God!
I'm
I'm
curious to
nervous.
see this money. I'm glad we got a Jaguar signing on stream.
Yeah, I get to see me freak out.
Well,
Yeah, he's a good player. He had a bad year last year, but I like him as a player. He had a little decline from 2 years ago, but I like him. I think he's solid.
gives Trevor another playmaker.
He's not a wide
sure.
receiver 1, but that's Christian Kirk's job.
He'll be
He's
wide
not,
receiver
and
2
that's
or
going to
3.
be Kirk and Ingram. Kirk and Ingram are still going to be getting the majority of the load.
Let's see.
fine
Hope
with
he didn't
that.
overpay. That's what Grant's hoping right now. He didn't
We may have
overpay for him.
overpaid him. I'm not going to lie. I really thought he was going to be a Panther.
Yeah.
All right. We'll wait. We'll hopefully we'll find out how much the Gabe Davis
Yeah, it
signing
should be
is,
in a
and
couple
then
minutes.
we'll wrap it up.
Couple minutes till that happens. Wow. 3-year deal, so it's probably a decent amount of money here. He's probably a good wide receiver 2 or 3 here, but he's probably going to make a decent amount of money. Let's see. How old is he? I don't think he's that bad. 24 years old, yeah. So you're going to have him until he's 28, 27 years old. So that's a good deal. Hopefully, if
Very
it's the
good
price
deal.
is right.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Curious to see.
Oh,
who's-
okay.
Right now. He played for UCF, so that doesn't really shock me.
Let's see what he's coming off. He's coming off of 746 yards and 7 touchdowns last season. That's pretty good
And that's
behind Diggs.
considered a bad year, and that's considered a bad year for him.
Yeah, because the year before he had 836, so not really that much of a difference. He consistently gets 500 to 800 yards a year and around 6 or 7 touchdowns for the last 4 seasons. That's a wide receiver 2 in my hands. That's
Absolutely.
quality.
And again, just like last year, Davis is your deep shot, and Kirk and Ingram are still your short pass options.
Wow,
This
really
works. This works terrifically. Personally, I wish the Jaguars would have just kept Calvin Ridley at this point, but I'm fine with it. I don't hate Gabe Davis.
Well, now
at all.
you got to hope one thing, Grant. You got to hope Ridley gets signed for more than Davis, which probably will happen.
Yeah, that probably was going to happen. 'Cause he had a much better
We
year.
want you to
anyway.
save some money here on Davis. We're waiting on the new numbers here, but it's going to be 3 years. It's probably going to be a good
I
amount.
think it's about 50 million total.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So around 16 million a year,
About.
16 and a half probably, if we assume that.
At least it's what I'm reading. A couple people are saying about 50 million. So
That'd be interesting. I mean, he's 24 years old, coming off a pretty damn good year. I mean, I like that. I like that signing. We're waiting on the numbers, but I really like that signing. Give it, 5-10 more minutes, Grant, and call it?
Yeah, probably about 5 more minutes. Honestly, that Gabe Davis one is how fitting too. It's a Jaguar signing. That's probably the one to end it on right now, unless we have some other breaking news in the coming minutes. I'm just gonna honestly get this Davis post up, and then we're gonna probably wrap it up. Thank you both for joining me, though. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And again, I wish I could stay on longer because things are just about to probably heat up.
Well,
but-
you're getting some of this, so right here, Grant.
Yeah, I know. I'm getting some Manziel, so I can't complain.
Getting some Manziel dollars, so. All right, give it a couple more minutes. Come on, let's get one more in. If not, it's okay. At least we got a good.
Oh, if
Jaguars.
not, ending it off with one of our teams signing
Yeah,
a pretty big
thing.
player, I'm fine with that.
I expect that, but I really like it. You know what I mean?
I didn't
I won't be
think we'd be in the
surprised if the
Gabe
Patriots
Davis-
do something while I'm sitting in the dentist chair.
Yeah,
I have a dentist on Wednesday. Grant, we both have dentist Wednesday.
Yeah, I do.
But yeah, so probably everything will happen when I can't check my phone. That's the
Right.
worst.
See,
Like when I
that's
wake up in
usually
the
how it
morning,
goes,
and I see
right?
notifications. I'm like, come on.
Hey, Kimmy, I'm expecting some explosions to happen the second we get off stream. That's gonna be like Justin Fields traded and everything. And we're gonna be like, well, that stinks.
Come on, let's get some numbers here, please.
Oh, I can't tag Gabe Davis. Whatever.
Oh, he doesn't want you.
No, I got the blue.
Yeah.
I know, Lennon. I want you to hop on, but I gotta head out myself. I have to meet someone at 2. And I'm probably pushing my luck, but I'll stay on till 1:25. So 3 more minutes.
Yay!
Whatever happens in the next 3 minutes happens.
And then we can do one roundup of everything.
3 minutes.
Right before we end it, we'll do one
3
roundup.
minutes, minute recap. We're out of here.
Yeah, we can give a recap and the grade for each thing that we think. Give everyone can go around, give a nice grade what we think, A, B, or C, D, or F. You know, on
I
the
don't
signing.
know. Right now, I'm gonna give the Davis signing a B, especially if Ridley was gonna end up getting more money. Then I really don't hate that.
Bills Cam Lewis re-signing 2 years, $4 million. Corner.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't like when Grant does that. Though.
Such a bad signing, but whatever.
Christian Wilkins is heading to the Raiders, though. $110 million.
That's the one to end it on. Christian Wilkins.
4-year deal, $110 million. He is a
That's
Raider.
the
He'll
one.
join Max Crosby on the D line.
Wow, Christian Wilkins.
Yep, Rappaport on it.
Wow, that's
Raiders,
secret right there.
Holy
That's the one.
moly!
$84 million
deal.
Wow, that's explosive. Yeah, we don't need to worry about the Cam Lewis one. Comes in 10 seconds.
Nobody cares about Cam Lewis.
Sorry, Cam Lewis, you were a third string corner anyway, bud. Sorry, not sorry. Whoa, that's the one. That's the one.
See, Grant, you stay in a couple extra minutes. See what happens. Good stuff happens.
Good stuff happened. Indeed, it did. Gabe Davis to the Jaguars. Christian Wilkinson to the Raiders, all in the span of about 6 minutes. Well, there we go.
That to our list, Grant.
What's up?
You're gonna add that to our notes on our thing.
Yeah, and then we're gonna wrap it up here.
Wow, I really like that for the Raiders. Really like that. The definition of a mid-team of the last 10 years, that is the Raiders. But can they be a little bit better? Maybe so. So the defense will pair up with Antonio Pierce as their head coach. So looking for a fresh start. He gets a full year.
Right.
Because, McDaniels got fired in the beginning of the year. So we'll see how Antonio Pierce and the Raiders do this year. Curious.
All right. Starting off with Swift down. Everyone, you guys could give your letter grades for each of these signings while I'm gonna get it up on Insta
I
real
can't
quick.
give my letter grades. I gotta go, but
all right, Sam. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it.
yeah.
Hopefully the Patriots do something later today.
They're probably gonna do it while I'm literally sitting in the dentist chair, and I'm gonna be like, "What the hell?" Anyway. Have a good rest of the day, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks, Sam, for tuning in. And, of course, you want to go check him out, Sam Smith NHL on YouTube.
Alrighty. So let's give some draft grades. So Swift deal to the Bears. So I like that, right? The bad Byard and stuff there. 3-year, $24 million. I'm gonna give it honestly an A. They needed another top running back. I like that. That's an A. Deion Dawkins re-signing. That's another A, obviously. Grenard, that's an A+. I think getting someone younger like him compared to Hunter, it's a swap right there, but it's definitely getting a younger player, so that's another A. Pollard to the Titans, I give that a B+. It's a good fresh start somewhere else. I'm just worried about one thing, right? So we look at the Titans' offensive line. It's very weak, and they gave up a lot of sacks last year. So let's hope they can provide enough space for Tony Pollard to run. That's the only reason I'm giving it a B+, and not an A.
Right.
Because of the offensive line. Winchester, I don't really know him too well. I'll just give him an A. Re-signed Drew Sample. I don't know the numbers on it, but he's a backup tight end. But he's got
It's quite a
3-year
bit.
deal. It's good for him. I'll give it an A. He's got Joe Burrow throwing to him. Brandon Jones, 3 years, $20 million. I like that deal. I'll probably get a B+. Commander signed Dorrance Armstrong. I give that an A. They needed some new pieces in the interior defensive line for them after they lost Sweat and stuff last year. So give that one an A. Gabe Davis to the Jaguars. I'm going to give that one another A. A lot of A signings. Right now, there's been no bad signings. So I know I'm giving a lot of A's here, but there's really nothing bad here. So I give that an A. Depending on the money, we're still waiting on that. And finally, Christian Watkins. Wow, that was a huge deal. So now him with Max Crosby, a pair up under Antonio Pierce's regime here. That's going to be very interesting. 4-year deal. He's still young. Yeah, that's an A+ at least. So a lot of good signings today. I'm glad to be on with Grant. This was a really fun time. Maybe we can do another one of these over break. We'll see if we're free or anything. But
well, hey, maybe we could also do something like on Friday or something, just like recapping all the major signings.
Yeah.
You never know. We'll try to work around it. We're busy peeps, but we'll try to always squeeze
home for a week. Make sure there's no other news. Yep, that's about it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Real quick, I'm just going to give a few of my thoughts. I think Swift to the Bears is an A-. Great deal. Khalil Herbert is very solid, but Swift's even better. And you get him on a cheap deal like that, it's pretty hard to say no. I think Gabe Davis to the Jaguars, though the contract number has not been announced yet, I'm pretty sure he is going to be getting less than Calvin Ridley is. So saving a little money and getting roughly the same production, I can't really complain. And then Christian Wilkins to the Raiders. The Raiders are notorious for signing free agent busts. And it's interesting giving a player $114 million. He's never even made as little as a Pro Bowl, but I think that will change next season. So overall, I think this has been a very good, very honest free agency so far. Everything that has happened, nothing super crazy. Still have a ton of players on the board. Saquon Barkley, Darnell Hunter, and whatnot. Players are going to be continuously signed from now up until the start of the preseason, honestly. But Kyle, thank you so much for tuning in and joining us today. I'm happy Sam was able to join us for a little bit as well. I'm Grant Flusher Sports on saying enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Stay tuned and keep your notifications on because NFL news, especially at around 3 or 4 o'clock today, that's probably what's going to pick up and be at the busiest. So,
yep, thank you, everyone. Thank you for having me, Grant. This was a great time.
Yes, it was, Kyle. Appreciate everyone tuning in, and we'll see you guys in the next one.